aka Bullets, YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Ryan Newcar will start at pole position for the 27th race, but Ricky Slood and Kevin Carvick are rivals. I don't know why, but when Ricky Slood goes airborne on lap 74 because of Chick Hicks, why? Kevin Carvick says this, and the king has to make Kevin Carvick aware that Chick Hicks is the bad guy. And Kevin Carvick says this, but the winner of the 27th race is Terry Kabani, who wins his first race in 5 years. Chick Hicks will start at the pole for the 28th race, where he's out on the 6th lap because of Rusty Wheelhouse. Hooray! And Rusty Wheelhouse had this to say: why couldn't anyone else do it? And Murray Clutchburn would almost win the 28th race, and Jeremy Carfield would only lose by 12 feet to Ryan Newcar, who wins the 28th race. Here is the finish of the 28th race of 2003. Ryan Newcar will start at the pole for the 29th race, where Chick Hicks wrecks 12 cars, and the king would lead the most laps with 168. But Ryan Newcar would be first as of the last lap, but now he's out because of Chick Hicks somehow wins the 29th race. And Jeff Gorvette will start at the pole for the 30th race, where he leads 333 laps, the most out of any car, and he gets T-boned by Chick Hicks! Why? And Ryan Newcar will win the 30th race of 2003. Matt Karseth will start at the pole for the 31st race, where Eugene Carbareski is out because of Ken Schrader. Well, of course this happens, and the king would lead the most laps with 132. But Chick Hicks wrecks 14 cars, and since Misty Motocross was one of them, Claude Scruggs had something to say. The mean green car Chick Hicks almost wins the 31st race, but luckily, Holingus wins the 31st race of 2003. Claude Scruggs will start at pole position for the 32nd race, where Chick Hicks is out on lap 81 because of Claude Scruggs. Why? And Ken Schrader is out because of Eugene Carbareski. Well, of course this happens, and Claude Scruggs would lead the most laps with 294. It's actually quite good, and he only loses by 4 feet while missing his 2 right tires, only to lose to Jeff Gorvette, who wins the 32nd race. Claude Scruggs is very upset that he lost, but Misty Motocross actually doesn't mind. And the king will start at the pole for the 33rd race, where Chick Hicks wrecks 19 cars, and the king would only lose by 8 feet to Jeff Gorvette, who wins 2 in a row with the 32nd and 33rd races of 2003. Tony Gaswood would start at the pole for the 34th race, where Murray Clutchburn would go airborne because of Chick Hicks! Why? And Slider Petrowski is out for the season because of Todd Marcus, who will be suspended for the rest of the season. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. would win the 34th race. Ryan Newcar will start at pole position for the 35th race, where Chick Hicks wrecks 14 cars, and the king would lead the most laps with 257. And Hollingus would almost win the 35th race, but Bill Racelot would be the winner of the 35th race of 2003. Matt Karzeth is well out on top, beating the King and Dale Jr. by almost 200 points. But if Matt Karzeth finishes dead last, maybe the other two have a chance. And these 7 cars were close, but not close enough. Moray Clutchburn had a good season this year. And Ryan Newcar won 6 races, and he could not compete for the Piston Cup anymore due to his inconsistency.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Stay tuned for the 2003 Dynaco 400, which will have one of 2 things happen. It's either Matt Karzeth will drive away with the Piston Cup with 1 or 2 wins, or he finishes dead last with the King or Dale Jr. winning the 2003 Piston Cup. Stay tuned for the 2003 Dynaco 400, which will be out within the next week.